Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video is really going to be short, and I just wanted to talk about something which I've seen in quite a number of projects, and this is how that defining error objects as constants can really be misleading. And by misleading, I mean that we have cases where the error messages and the stack traces are not pointing to the actual error that occurred in like the project runtime or like the JavaScript runtime. And this could be very misleading because the whole essence of throwing an error is that you want to be able to find out where an error occurred and what particular line, and then which makes it really much easier to like debug. So without like taking much of your time, let's like quickly dive into a code. So I'm going to have a string validation error object, and this is basically an error object. So just return this is an error, and then I'm going to have a function that validates an input as a string. So it basically takes an input, and then what it does is if the type of inputs is not equal to a string, we are going to throw our string validation error, and then I'm just going to call the function string validator and call it with a number 5. Now if I go into my console and I log it, so we see the stack trace telling us that okay, we have an error in line 1. And now this is because, for those who don't know what the stack trace is, the stack trace is basically lists the function calls, like function calls that leads to an error, and then it provides the error message, and then provide the name of the file and then the line number where the error supposedly occurs in JavaScript. And now the way the stack trace works is that it shows or returns the error message at the point of instantiation. So wherever the error object is instantiated, that is where it is going to like throw that error. So now in this case, we have like our error object being instantiated in line 1, and then the actual error is happening in line 5 because we have like a string validator, and then we have an error happening in line 6, sorry. But now our stack trace is telling us that this error is being in line 1, and then there's no information as to okay, where the error is actually happening. And this could really be problematic. I mean, you could have like, this is just a simple use case, but you could have like a very large project, or this could be a longer file actually, where you have like a lot of functions, and then you're trying to reuse a constant error object. This will be very problematic because you won't be able to know which function is throwing which error, what line is this error being shown from, you get. And if you use tools like Sentry, they actually rely on accurate stack traces to be able to like give correct and precise errors. So now, how do we fix this? One way to fix this is usually to throw like the error object at the lines or at the points where you want them to be thrown. So you could just come here, and then we have like this new error. So I'm going to throw this here, and if I come to this part, now we can see our error still being shown in line 6. This is our line 6. Now if you want to have dynamic messages, instead of having to like throw an error and then always having to like, you want to like have a dynamic message, you could just have a function. So I can just say function error object with message, something like that, and then we have and then we have a message, and then we're going to throw an error. So I'm going to return an error, not true. I'm going to return new error with message, and then here we are going to throw our error object with message, and message is going to be this is not a valid string or whatever whatever you choose. So so now if you check our stack trace, we see that we have information about the error. Now you can see the error is occurring at our string validator function and it's occurring in line 8. This is actually like better. I've actually like seen this in a lot of projects, and I think doing things this way is a lot more cleaner, like much more precise. You get to know and see where exactly your error is coming from, and then makes your debugging easier. And like I said before, you have better tool integrations if you use debugging tools like Sentry and others. You understand? So yeah, that will be all for today. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like and then subscribe. Thank you. Catch you later.